welcome back to my YouTube channel. I got a lot of things to say, but it's not very important, so shall we straight away start? So this is the first official video that I'm teaching you MX. So I choose this chapter, this Form 4 Chapter 3 System of Equation. This is actually a chapter that they changed the most from the previous syllabus until now. So a lot of students cannot do it, but it's alright, I'm here to help. And for my own student, some of them I didn't cover this chapter, so please try to understand it. So this chapter, today I only cover 3.1. On next video, I will cover 3.2. So 3.1, System of Linear Equation in 3 variables. So before I start, let me explain to you what is linear. Linear is normally an equation that look like this. Let me give you one example. AY plus BX equals to C. So normally the equation will look like that. How you know they are linear or non-linear? Linear, usually the unknowns, normally it's X and Y, okay? There will be power 1. So if they are power 2, power 3, then it's non-linear. But power 1, then it's linear. So this is a linear equation and A, B, C usually is constant. To understand why I say, give you one example. For example, 2y plus 3x equals to -1. This is how a linear equation look like. So rub it off. So this is linear. Later on, you see power 1, then it's linear. Actually, you learned this in Form 1, if not mistaken. So you already learned this in Form 1. That is in Form 1. In Form 1, there's only 2 variables. But now in MX, they upgraded it and become in 3 variables. What's the meaning of 3 variables? Do you guys realize in Form 1, there's only unknowns X and Y? So X and Y, only 2 unknown, then only 2 variables. But now, you will have 3 variables. So later on, when you see the questions, you will realize you will usually have unknowns X, Y, and Z. There go 3 unknowns, okay? So 2 unknowns, 3 unknowns, actually the working is just the same. It's just more complicated, but eventually the basic is still the same, okay? So for you to solve it, you actually have 2 methods. First one, using substitution, which is actually my favorite. Me personally like substitution more. Another method, we call it elimination. You also learn it in Form 1. So you can use any of that, and trust me, these 2 methods, you guys will get the same answer. So later I will show you both methods so you can understand it so much better. So other than that, I want to say about this. When you find it out, okay, you guys will get answer, right? Answer, we call it solution. But when there are 3 variables, there'll be more pattern a bit, and they have 3 types of answer for you guys to get. First one, which is the normal one, which is the majority of the questions, where you only get 1 solution. 1 solution means what? Later on, you guys will get 1 X answer, 1 Y answer, and 1 Z answer. If I talk too fast, you can actually pause and digest, then only continue play my video, okay? I just don't want to drag my video become super long, okay? I hope you understand it. Or you can just go to the left top, okay? The setting symbol, you can try to slow down the speed of the video, okay? So I continue, yeah. So guys, 1x, 1y, 1z. Whenever you get 1 for each, then only got 1 answer. Why there's 1 for each? Because guys, let's say, okay, every single linear equation, actually if you try to draw it out, it actually represent a plane. So let's say the plane, let's say it look like this for the first equation. Maybe the second equation look like this. I simply draw one. Maybe the next one look like this. So why there's only 1 solution? That means these 3 planes, okay, they will only touch 1 point. They will actually intersect 1 point if there's only 1 point. That's why 1 solution. You will get 1x, 1y, and 1z. Just in case you guys don't understand, so I bring some ruler out. So do you guys realize every single ruler here represent 1 plane. So there's actually 3 rulers, so there's 3 planes. So do you guys realize these 3 planes touch each other on only 1 point? Why I cannot hold it? I remember just now I can. Here like that, my dear. So do you guys realize? Let me give you a 3D view. Can you guys see it? There's only 1 point they're touching there. So that's the reason there's only 1 solution, okay? But this is not the only case, but this is the majority case. Second one, they might have infinity solution. Why they have infinity solution? And by the way, just in case you guys forget, what is infinity? Infinity solution means that they will have infinity look like this, the 8, the balik like that. It's called infinity solution. Infinity solution, that means you will have unlimited solution. Okay, unlimited, that means a lot. Why there's a lot of solution, my dear? Let me again draw for you. So I repeat, every single linear equation represents one plane. So if I draw it out, again, the plane will look like this. Maybe you feel like, teacher, it doesn't look, isn't it? It look the same. Yeah, I know I draw until they look the same, but they are different, okay? So guys, you see, the first one, 3 of them only touch 1 point. How do I show you that again? 1 point, okay, only 1 point. But now, 3 of them not just touch 1 point. Eventually, these 3 planes will overlap each other. Obviously, I cannot make my ruler overlap, but can you imagine it? It passed through it, okay? So this one passed through it. This one also passed through it. Then their intersection point, it won't be just 1 point. It will be 1 line. Okay, maybe I should use red color. 1 line. So instead of 1 spot, they become 1 line. So you know, 1 whole line, they will have plenty of points. So that's the reason you will have infinity solution. So infinity solution, how you know you have infinity solution? When the left side you get 0, the right side also you get 0, then they are always under infinity solution. To understand, never mind, later on I will give you example with the questions, then you will understand it so much better, okay? And the last one, they will have 1 answer, they will have infinity answer, they will also have no answer, no solution. So why there's no solution, my dear? No solution. Obviously, you should know 1 solution is because they touch 1 point, infinity solution is because they touch a lot of points, no answer is because they doesn't touch. Why it doesn't touch? Maybe if I draw the plane out, maybe it will look like this. Okay, so maybe 3 of them totally didn't touch, or 3 of them do touch, but just maybe 2 of them overlap, 2 of them overlap, but none of the spot, 3 of them together overlap. So that's the reason no solution. When there's no solution, usually is one side 0, another side is non-zero. So another side will be what? Any number. Let's say I put an unknown m. Doesn't mean it must be m, okay? It can be like 0 and 1 or 0 and 2 and stuff like that, okay? So guys, there you go. This is the introduction for 3.1, and this cover all everything in 3.1. So I repeat again, later on you will see 3 unknown. So you can have 2 methods, substitution, elimination. Which one also can? Answer same one, okay? And you will have 3 types of answer. 1 answer, a lot answer, or no answer. If 1 answer, 1 answer lor. If a lot of answer, you will get left side 0, right side 0, same. So if no answer, 1 side 0, 1 side non-zero, not the same, then it's no answer. So let me try to show you, okay? So let's go to the first question. Substitution method. I will use substitution method, okay? So guys, they give you the equation, the questions look like that. So do you guys realize all the x, y, z on top I put 1, 1, 1? I try to show you they are linear now, it's not non-linear. Non-linear will power 2, power 3, but now every single thing power 1, so it's a linear. So do you guys realize all of them got x, y, z, x, y, z, x, y, z. So how many unknowns you see there? 3 unknowns. So that's why definitely fulfill the subtitle of this chapter 3.1. So linear equation in 3 variables. So you really have 3 variables. So how do you guys do it? So first, usually I'll write them like separately, horizontally, okay? So one I call it equation 1, another one I call it equation 2, last one I call it equation 3. So for you to use substitution, you have 3 unknown, very hard to do. In Form 1, when you do it, you only have 2 unknown, correct? So when there's 3 unknown, it's not very hard. You just try to, from 3 unknown, reduce them become 2 unknown. How do you reduce them? You will choose one equation and sub into another 2. Don't understand now why? Let me show you how. So guys, out of 3, usually I will choose the more simple one. Based on what I see, all of them look almost the same because all the equations I can see like 1z, 1y, and 1x. Because usually when you use substitution, you should choose single unknown. Single unknown, that means single x, single y, or single z. So let's say to make my life easier, I just choose the first one, okay? So the first one, what you will choose? You will choose z because z is not single. So let me show you. Z equals to, so I want single z, I will move everything else to the right hand side. So negative 10 is originally on the right hand side, plus 4x move here, minus 4x, negative 3y move here, positive 3y. Isn't it just like that? This will be my equation 4. So usually I will call it equation 4. So right after, I have a single unknown. Can you guys see it? Maybe I should use some color. Single unknown, okay? So right after you guys have that, so now you guys can sub the single unknown into the second one. Maybe you don't understand it, it's fine. Let me show you the working. I write it here. So do you guys realize I will sub number 4 into number 2. Maybe you was thinking, teacher, why you do that? Okay, let me show you how, okay? So let me start first. So second one is 2x plus y plus 3. When you sub inside, so the z you guys will replace on this particular z spot. So isn't it that means when you sub, the z spot will become negative 10. You understand, right? When the question says z is 3, you sub 3. Z is 4, you sub 4. Z is 2, you sub 2. Z is 0, you sub 0. Z is negative 1, you sub negative 1. Now these questions, you guys know that Z is negative 10 minus 4x plus 3y. So you will just sub this whole equation inside that spot. So isn't it Z will be negative 10 minus 4x plus 3y. Isn't it equals to 0? See, I already done sub it in. So now I will actually expand it. So 2x plus y. 3 times negative 10, negative 30. 3 times negative 4, negative 12x. 3 times 3y, 9y equals 0. Maybe you still don't understand what is the purpose of me doing that, but do you realize the moment I sub 4 into 2, okay, I join the first equation into the second one, and do you realize now my questions, there's no more z. My equation only left x and y. So isn't it like that? You from 3 unknown, you reduce them, become 2 unknown. Then it's more possible for you to do because you try to make it more simple. So now, x and x, I combine them together, negative 10x. Okay, y and y, I combine them together, 10y. The negative 30, I move to the other side, yeah? Negative 30 move there, isn't it? Positive 30. Okay, so you can simplify it. Usually you can simplify. If normally I can simplify, I will simplify. So 10, 10 and 30, or can divide by 10. I will divide by 10. Negative 10 divided by 10, negative x. 10 divided by 10, 1y. 30 divided by 10, 3. Isn't it just like that? Now, very, very easy now because only left x and y. So let me show you another one. So same thing, you cannot just reduce the second one. You should reduce the third one as well. So try to make the questions from 3 unknown become 2 unknown. So isn't it I can continue sub my number 4 into number 3. So let me show you the working on this side. Hopefully I write like that, you guys can see it nicely. So then now I can sub 4 into 3. Let me sub for you. So isn't it negative x, same, plus 2y, same, minus, same, 5, same. But the z, isn't it, you guys will sub the z inside here based on the blue color highlighter that I try to show you. So isn't it, you guys will sub to that spot and z become negative 10 minus 4x plus 3y. Isn't it equals to 17? Just in case you have short-term memory, I repeat again. I'm using substitution so that from 3 unknown, I can reduce become 2 unknown. Do you realize now? Again, the z disappeared, only left x and y. Then like that, only more possible for you to do it. So isn't it negative x plus 2y. Negative 5 times negative 10, positive 50. Negative 5 times negative 4x, isn't it positive 20x. Negative 5 times 3, isn't it negative 15y equals to 17. Correct? So now, x and x can combine them together, 19x. Don't just press calculator, okay? I'm just using my brain to count. So 2 minus 15, negative 13y. Number and number, combine them together, plus 50, move there, minus 50, isn't it negative 33 on the other side. So do you realize on this moment, right after I sub number 4 into number 2 and 3, I make number 2 and 3 equation, only left x and y, x and y. I've successfully make it from 3 unknown become 2 unknown now. And once they become 2 unknown, I think all of you know how to do because that is exactly how you guys do it in Form 1. So now once they become 2 unknown, then it's from 2 unknown, you're going to reduce them, become 1 unknown again. How do you guys reduce? Again, using substitution. I repeat again, for you to sub, the equation that you sub must be single unknown. So out of these two equations, I'm going to from x, y, reduce until left 1. So you choose x or y, doesn't matter, you will get the same answer. So I will normally choose the more simple one to sub, which is exactly the first one. And do you realize the first one, there's actually like, it must be single unknown, right? You can choose single x or single y. To make things easier, I just choose single y, okay? So negative x move here, isn't it positive x? Isn't it equation 5 now? So equation 5 here, equation 6 here. Okay, now, isn't it I can sub 5 into 6? Why I was sub these two? Because these two exactly only left x and y unknown. So now I sub these two, it will be the easiest. So now I can sub it in. Now I'll use color to show you where I sub, okay? So if I sub it in, 19x minus 13, and my y isn't it will become the one that I already write at the side, which is 3 plus x. isn't it equals to negative 33? And once I sub inside, do you realize now my equation only left x? So do you realize the whole process? I got 3 unknown. I sub, I make it 2 unknown. I continue sub, I make it 1 unknown. And ta-da! It will be very, very easy to do for you to do now. So 19x, negative 13 times 3, negative 39. Negative 13 times x, negative 13x, isn't equals to negative 33. Correct? So x and x combine, 6x. Number and number combine, 6. Times 6, move there, divided by 6. 6 divided by 6, da-da-da-da. Answer, isn't it 1? Guys, don't get too happy and stop here. Remember, after you guys find the x, this question wants you to find 3 variables. After find the x, remember to find the y and the z. How do you guys find back the y and the z? You guys just need to sub it back. So sub it back to which equation doesn't matter as long as the equation got x and y. So let's say I want to find y first, okay? So I realize this equation got x and y, this equation also got x and y. You can sub to any one of them. I will normally choose the more simple one. So I sub back to equation 5. So isn't it y equals to 3 plus x? And just now my x I already get 1. So isn't it sub 1 inside? Do you guys y answer get 4? Ta-da! Done. If y you guys get already, don't stop there. Remember to continue find your z because still got one more unknown. How do you guys find the z? You guys already have the x answer and y answer. For you guys to find the z, just sub to the equation that got x, y, z. And you should know this question, the starting all of them got x, y, z. So you can choose any of them. I will choose equation 4 because it looked more simple though. So isn't it based on equation 4? Z will equals to negative 10. Up here, yeah, just in case you guys cannot see equation 4. So negative 10 minus 4x. X just now I get 1. Plus 3y. Y just now I get 4. Isn't it everything? I just sub it in and all I need to do is press calculator and I will get the answer of negative 2. Got it? Done. This is how you guys do it. Understand, right? So based on the same concept, based on the same questions, can you see the same question, yeah? The same questions, I come out another one here. So I write back exactly the same question. So later on, definitely you guys will get back the same answer. But this time round, I will use elimination method. So let me teach you elimination method now. So again, you will write 3 equations out nicely. I will again call it 1, 2, 3. So this time round, I'm not using sub, I'm using eliminate. For you to eliminate, again, same thing. The concept is always the same. From 3 unknown, you must reduce it until 2. 2 unknown, reduce it until 1. That's only possible for you guys to get the answer. So how do I reduce it? This time, I'm not using substitution, I'm using eliminate. Eliminate, you guys gonna make the unknown that you're gonna make it disappear to make it similar. Only they can disappear. Like for example, okay? For example, I want to focus on equation 1 and equation 2. So equation 1 and equation 2, do they have any similarity? So do you realize they have x, y, z? They also have x, y, z. Okay? But this time, this x is 4x, this one 2x. Not the same. The y is 3y and 1y. Not the same. The z is 1z and 3z. Not the same. I'm choosing a question that is not the same, so it's like I can show you the whole thing. So if they're not the same, never mind. You can make them the same. So to make my life like, to choose the simple one, okay? So I just make the starting same, okay? Which is actually I'm choosing the x. So do you realize this x is 4, but this x is 2? They are not the same, right? You can make them the same by changing the second equation by times 2 for everyone there. So let me show you how. So 2, if I times 2, 4x, correct? 1y times 2, 2y. 3z times 2, 6z. 0 times 2, 0. Isn't it like that? I'll get an equation 4. Usually you will label the equation name, then it's easier for you guys to know what plus what later. So guys, in that case, do you guys realize finally, this called 4x, this one called 4x, isn't it both them same now, correct? So when the same unknown, you're having the same amount of that particular unknown, and now you guys can start to use elimination, not using sub, yeah? So how do you guys using elimination? So you guys can using one of the equation plus another equation, or one of the equation minus another equation. You will based on the case that you needed now. So for now, isn't it 4x and 4x? If I want to make them disappear, I should using minus, because 4x minus 4x, then only they will come to 0. So isn't it I can use equation 1 minus equation 4. A lot of teachers won't write this for you, but let's say I scared you guys cannot understand it. So I copy equation 1 on top here. I copy equation 4 at the bottom here. Understand, right? Don't ask me where it come from, yeah? It just come from the top. So I just copy it down, isn't it? I will just minus them. Let me show you how. So, you see, 4x minus 4x, isn't it 0? 4 $4, 0. So negative 3 minus 2. Don't know, just press calculator. Okay, negative 3 tolak to negative 5y. Okay, then this one, nothing there, 1. 1 minus 6, isn't it negative 5z? And the last one, negative 10 minus 0, isn't it still negative 10? And ta-da! I'm not sure about you, but I see some hope. Do you realize just now I got 3 unknown, and once I tolak, I only left 2 unknown. I only left y and z. Isn't it still like how we did just now? But again, can simplify. Negative 5, negative 5, and negative 10. All of them can divide by negative 5. Can simplify, then like that you can avoid careless mistake, okay? So negative 5 divided by negative 5, 1y. Negative 5 divided by negative 5, 1z. Negative 10 divided by negative 5, 2. Correct? Now, okay, I don't want to name it. So isn't it just like that? Now my equation only got y and z. So this time round, let's say I want to combine these two. Okay, how do I combine these two? Again, you're gonna make them the same, correct? So just now you do x, now you guys gonna make x disappear as well. Okay, you guys must using back the same one because you want to from 3 unknown make it only 2 unknown. So you're already choosing y and z as a leftover. So now your leftover must be y and z as well. So this, what did I say? So I got equation 2, I got a lot of equation here. So now I'm choosing the last two, okay? So they're not the same because this one 2x, this one 1x, this one 1y, this one 2y, this one 3z, this one 5z. None of them the same, but it's fine. I can still make them the same. How do I make them the same? I want to choose x, right? So this negative x and the 2x, the only difference is I'm 1, that one is 2. So isn't it the 1? I can times 2 again. Let me show you how. So negative 1 times 2, negative 2x. 2 times 2, isn't it 4? 5 times 2, isn't it 10? 17 times 2, isn't it 34? Correct? This one, let's call it equation 5. Not sure whether my screen whether block it or not, so I draw the 5 at the bottom, yeah? So isn't it like that? And do you realize, again, I make this x and this x same again, correct? You try to make them the same, only later on you can try to make it disappear. Or if you don't want to use number 3 and number 2, you want to use number 3 and number 4 also can. You guys can times 4, okay? I just choose whatever comes first, okay? So now you guys will try to eliminate them. This time, don't tell me, teacher, can I use 2 minus 5 like how I did just now? No, because if I use 2 minus negative 2, 2 minus negative 2, negative, positive, it will become 4x later. So the x won't disappear. So don't always expect you must use minus. This time round, you guys should use plus. Let me show you why using plus here. So equation 2, I just copy on top. Okay, equation 5, I just copy it at the bottom. Understand, right? Equation 2, I just copy on top. Equation 5, I just copy at the bottom. Okay? So isn't it right after I copy down, I say don't use minus, I say using plus, right? So 2x plus negative 2. Okay, you guys cannot understand. I write at the side, yeah? 2 plus negative 2. 2 minus 2. 0 will disappear. That's the reason I'm choosing plus. 1y plus 4y. 5y. Okay? Negative 3 plus negative 10. 3 plus negative 10, isn't it negative 7z? 0 plus 34, isn't it 34? Isn't it? This is whatever I have for now, correct? So like that, do you guys realize finally I from 3 unknown reduce them become 2 unknown? Here only left y and z, here also left y and z. So when both sides only left 2 unknown, very easy to do now because from now on from 3 unknown you reduce become 2, and from these 2 unknown you can reduce become 1. How do you reduce? Again, I'm normally using sub. So substitution, the first equation must be single unknown. So out of these two, I feel like the left hand side is more simple. I will choose that. So let's say I want single y. So plus z, move them minus z. So isn't it in that way? Let's say this one equation 6, this one equation 7. Lost count, too many equations. So now isn't it I can sub equation 6 into equation 7. Again, every time I using substitution, I just try to reduce the unknown. So let me show you how. So I sub lah. So 5y still the same. Minus 7 still the same. So if I sub inside, how do I reduce that? Sorry, yeah. I draw the arrow wrongly. So that's the reason I change it. Here. Sorry, right there. So guys, isn't it now? You guys can sub 6 into 7. So I will sub it in. So 5 is 5. The y, isn't it 2 minus z plus 7z equals to 34. And right after I sub it inside, do you realize these questions have no more y, no more x, only left z? That is the moment that you understand that you actually can get the answer already. So 2, 5, 10. 5 times negative z, negative 5z, minus 7z equals to 34. Forget to emphasize, when you write z, write the z with a dash. Because I see my students, sometimes they write z, halfway they writing, wow, seems like 2, my dear. Guys, handwriting are very important one, okay? Because sometimes your careless mistakes just come from your own handwriting, okay? So now, negative 5 minus 2, negative 5 minus 7 is in negative 12z. So number and number can combine, plus move there, minus 24. So my z answer, times negative 12, move there, divide by negative 12. I have you guys getting negative 2. Done. This is my z answer. Don't stop there. Remember, after you find the z, you guys can continue find back the y and the x. So how do you guys find back? I will choose the easiest equation for me to find back the y, and I think equation 6 look like the easiest one because they only have 2 unknown, and then most important, it looked very, very simple. And guys, you guys already found out that your z answer is negative 2. So isn't it, I can sub negative 2 back to the equation here. So negative, negative, positive. I guess getting your y answer 4. Done. So guys, right after I get the y answer, again, don't stop there. After you find the z, find the y, don't forget to find back your x. How do you guys find back the x? Again, sub it back. So you got quite a lot of x, y, z equation up there. You know, just choose either one of them. Let's say I like equation 1. Okay? So isn't it 4x minus 3y plus z equals to negative 10? Okay? So isn't it I already found out that my y answer will be 4. My z answer will be negative 2. Isn't it equals to negative 10? Let me expand it. So 4x. Here to here, usually I will just, press calculator. That's also the reason why you own a calculator. Negative 14 equals to negative 10. And next, paper 1, paper 2, both can bring calculator in. So you can actually press calculator every single time, okay? So negative 10 minus 14, move there, plus 14. Isn't it 4? So x answer will be 1. Ta-da-da-da! Done again. Can you guys see that? Guys, see now I'm using elimination, just now I'm using substitution. Whether same answer or not, let me check for you. So x answer is 1. X answer is 1. Same. Y answer is 4. Y answer is 4. Same. Z answer is negative 2. Z answer is negative 2. Same. Exactly same as what I told you, correct? At last, let me teach you one very lazy method for you to check whether you're correct or wrong, okay? Your calculator. This is my version of calculator. On, right? On. Isn't it? There's button of mode. Usually, general form, you guys will press mode, right? So, mode, mode, mode. Can you guys see that? Can you see the 1, which is equation? I'm doing linear equation. That's why it's equation. Then you guys press 1. Where is 1? 1 is here. Correct? Now they will ask you unknowns question marks. Normally you guys will press right side, correct? But now you won't. Now they ask you how many unknowns you have. How many unknowns you have? 3. So isn't it you guys will press 3. Then they will start to ask you to key in, okay? So usually the sequence of the question will be X, Y, Z. So now these particular questions, that give you another color. So do you guys realize all the sequence is X, Y, Z and a number, X, Y, Z number, X, Y, Z number. The sequence must be like that, only you guys can key in, okay? If not, you just try to arrange until the sequence look like that. I repeat, it must be AX plus BY plus CZ equals to D. The sequence must be like that, only you guys can press the calculator, okay? So X in front is always the A. So look at the first equation, the A is what? 4. I hope you press together with me. 4 equal. 4 equal, okay? So the B, this one is the B. Y in front is the B. So the B is negative 3. Must press negative, yeah? Negative 3 equal. I cannot show you and press at the same time. So I hope you press yourself. And then the Z in front is the C. So the C, isn't it? Nothing in front. Nothing in front, isn't it? 1. Nothing there is 1, yeah? 1. And then the other side will be the D, which is the negative 10. Enter. Then they're asking you A2, which is the second equation. So second equation, the A is 2. The B is nothing there. 1 again. The C will be 3. The D will be 0. Let's look at the third equation. The A will be nothing there, negative 1. The B will be 2. The C will be negative 5. And the D, nothing there. 17. Like another side, 17. Right after you press, ta-da! Magic happened. Do you guys realize? They say X answer is 1. Do you just now exactly get 1? Yes, my dear. Second one. Y answer they say is 4. So do you guys just now get 4? Ta-da! Correct also. Z answer negative 2. Do you guys exactly get negative 2? Ta-da! Correct. Which means, yeah, we do it correctly. I didn't realize this video is 30 minutes. So I'll teach you no solution and infinity solution on the next video. 안녕!